Welcome back to Peas and Pod. There's probably a little devil and angel on your shoulder right now, and that's because we're talking about Hazbin Hotel. Today we're going to be talking about our opinions on Season 2, including the finale. We also do some fan art for the show. If you'd like to support us, check out our Ko-Fi, and if you have any videos you'd like to see from us in the future, you can fill out this Google form to let us know. Now, on to the video. Enjoy!
Hazbin Hotel Season 2 finally all out.
It's my favorite show of all time.
And we totally,
Eagerly waiting.
We were totally watching it, as it came out, too. We didn't just, binge all the episodes yesterday.
We've kind of been keeping up with it, just sort of dying for the next episode to come out.
I actually
I was
entertained.
I was entertained.
Give a little intro to this video. I'm going to give a little recap of every episode, but very much shortened. So, spoiler warning.
This is for Season 2, BTW.
The first episode is called New Pinches, and the little, synopsis is, as the hotel staff scramble to serve a sudden influx of sinners arriving, the V's are scheming to twist the hotel's newfound popularity to achieve greater goals.
Season 1.
So, classic much Season 1 episode has been plot, especially for coming in for, being the first episode. Not really much happens in this episode, to be honest. It's a lot of just kind of, catching us up. But there's a character named Baxter who's introduced, and he's the new Pinchas. And also, this is when we first see that the V's want to be leading a revolution to defeat heaven. So they want to be the top dogs of heaven and hell. Also, Sir Pinchas, of course, looks really cute, and his new eggs are extremely cute.
He actually does look very cute.
It's kind of the best character in the whole thing, I must say. Then episode 2, it's called Storyteller. Synopsis is Sir Pinchas is on trial about his arrival to heaven, and after proving his redemption, Sarah rethinks her choices while Lute spirals from grief over Adam.
Spirals. That's
Once
true.
again, not really much happening in this. I did think it was kind of a cool thing, though, that we see that Lute was in love with Adam, and that kind of
provides context for why she cares so much.
Also, another thing in this episode is that we get a little Pinchas backstory and human reveal. He looks exactly how you think he would. Yeah, I mean, the reason he got into hell is because he witnessed a murder and didn't do anything about it.
That's the way you can get to hell.
Yeah,
that's
it's
great. I mean, I guess that is a pretty big thing to do. But
yeah, but also he was inventor in London, the 1980s.
Well, it had to be not that bad, so his redemption could be
makes sense.
Easier.
Yeah, exactly. Episode 3, Hazbin Hotel behind closed doors. So, the synopsis is, while Cherry Bomb misses Sir Pinchas, Charlie tries to share the news of Sir Pinchas' redemption to the V's. So, in this episode, the V's visit the hotel. I can't believe that was
episode 3.
The V's visit the hotel, and they basically, blackmail Charlie into, they record everything that she says and does. So, they, splice videos and make her look bad. Once again, episode plot's kind of, alright. We find out that Angel murdered his dad. That's one of the reasons why he's in hell.
He's a murderer.
Also, in this episode, getting more Husk and Angel, they were kind of fighting because it's
no, it's crazy because at first,
Angel a lot,
I feel Season 1, their relationship was it felt very friend vibes.
That was kind of
actually
friend vibes.
Well, also because to me, Husker is so much older than
I kind of agree,
doesn't really
but also
matter.
Doesn't matter
it doesn't matter because they're in hell and they're both adults. But
episode 4, it's a deal. Synopsis is Charlie goes live on the 666 News to combat the V slander, while Alistair has had enough and quits the Hazbin Hotel and makes a deal with Vox. So, I mean, yeah, that pretty much explains the entirety of what happens in this episode. For some reason, Charlie decides going live on the news is the best way to redeem her image, which is why did we do this? Charlie continuously making bad decisions throughout this entire season.
And somehow it's her girlfriend's fault.
Right, exactly.
Everything. I don't even know if this case that's what happened, but...
Of course, to send the synopsis, Alistair quits the hotel, which is kind of a big thing, but done so... Yeah. Literally at one sentence could be read as a joke way.
It was not given the amount of attention that it should have.
But of course he goes and visits Rosie in Cannibal Town, and this is where we learn that
backstory.
We get Alistair backstory. We see him as a human. He lives in New Orleans. He was a star of his own radio show, and he would kill people through rituals by contacting the souls of hell, just to give him more power. I mean, he would murder people, but he would also contact souls. Souls that he contacted was Rosie, and so he had made a deal with Rosie, being oh, you can make me the most powerful being in hell, and she's alright, you have to do everything I say before that.
That was such a weird. Why would if I was a demon in hell, I would not be giving some underling human more power?
Yeah, I
than
don't.
Her motive for that, I guess, was because he was a very bad human.
I've
so
never seen a soul like this.
Yeah,
before.
Pretty much. Also, we find out that the reason he has the deer antlers and motif in his character is because he died by being mistaken by a deer. So he's shot. Also, we get more Vox and Val content in this. I don't know if I just didn't pay attention to Season 1 at all to that.
No, they definitely were a couple the entire time.
I just don't remember that in Season 1 at all. It's very much apparent in this season. Of course, Alistair makes the deal with Vox being like, okay, you can capture me. You
but
can't
if you lay your hand on Charlie.
And so that's like the deal. And of course, Vox thinks,
stupid.
okay, I just won because Alistair's my dog now, basically, which is like, that's just not. Like, once again, obviously I was gonna blow up later. Episode 5. Silenced. The synopsis is Vox hosts a rally for his increasing supporters. Meanwhile, Charlie looks to heaven for help. Once again, this episode's kind of like a nothing burger. Lucifer and Vox have a debate at this like rally thing that he's hosting.
Rally.
And then Charlie gets mad at that when he's like, oh, Lucifer was here, my dad was here. Why are you here? And he's like, Baggy told me to come. And she's like, all right, I'm mad at Baggy
also,
now.
there was like a D plot where Baggy wants to change her name, but she ends up calling herself Vaggy, like just without an E.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fun fact there.
Okay.
Charlie thought that bringing the angels to the rally to like apologize for their genocide was also going to be a good idea. Once again, backfired. Charlie keeps making these bad decisions. I don't know why you would also bring the angels to like the most dangerous spot that you can go to
with a gift
basket and like that. So it's like, all right. So basically,
if I was a demon, I'd be like, this is a mockery. This is a joke.
And then episode 6, Scream Rain. Synopsis is Vox leads the overlords toward war with heaven. Tensions run high at the hotel, and Husk returns to his old ways. Good moments in here.
Husker's
two songs in this episode
both
that
of them are really
I'm
good.
gonna comment
I think
on.
these are my favorite.
Yeah, so Husk has a song when he goes back to the casino. Song
It was
was
like
probably-
Love in a Bottle or something.
Yeah, it's like Love in a Bottle. That song's actually really
The
good.
sequence is also cool.
There were emotional themes there, and they were presented in a way that like kind of symbolically worked together.
Exactly.
It was
Also, it was like advancing the plot.
Right after that, we see Angel Dust in drag.
awesome.
That was the best part of this entire season.
That was pretty cool.
Also, Zach Hadel cameo in this. I was like, what the hell? Like, I was like looking down for a second. Like, kind of awesome. Like, I would love if I was Vivian, I'd be like, this is the best part of anything that I've done with the show. And then at the end of this episode, we see Angel being abused. It basically reveal that he's been used as a spy the whole time. So that's kind of the big twist here. Okay, episode 7, Weapon of Mass Destruction. Vox unveils his secret weapon, giving Heaven their final warning. In this, we see Vox as a human. So we're getting a lot of seeing them as humans, which is kind of cool. Also, I think his name was Vincent. I think I caught that on the TV. So
Voxent.
Yeah. Once again, I mean, like, things happen in this episode, but like nothing really stand out. Vox reveals the machine that basically going to, it's a weapon of mass destruction. It's gonna blow up heaven. At the very end, Baxter comes back and does something kind of important. Thanks to Baggy, because he was like, thanks for doing all these chores and stuff for me, which Baggy literally did the entire time. So
Baggy
if Baggy wasn't carrying the
hotel,
hotel, then Baxter wouldn't have helped him. But basically, he knows how to broadcast anything through hell and like override all the TV. So
because he worked for Vox Tech.
Yeah, because he worked for Vox Tech. So that's gonna help Charlie
contact Pinchas,
but then also live stream the fact
the party.
That,
like so insane that this like pivotal part just happened to
work out.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a big battle. So that's kind of where it goes until the finale, which we'll talk about in the next part. So
curtain call.
Vox and the V's, I guess, are hosting a party so everyone can watch them take over heaven, and you're all invited.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why they chose this like phrasing for that.
Because it's like Vox is hosting a party so everyone can watch him take over heaven, and you're all invited.
Meanwhile, at this point, I'm still thinking Vox just doesn't feel as powerful as it seems like he should be.
I don't think any
not.
of the overlords feel powerful at all.
Not even Alistair.
Alistair actually feels maybe the most powerless, but
well, until his chains are broken. But also then like I don't know. I feel like
the fact that he was under somebody else the entire time, but he's been treated as
Lucifer,
like
the
big bad.
Lucifer,
the guy of hell. Like he's number one. He's top dog. But he has
zero power.
No power.
And like that's like something that's like supposed to be kept under wraps. Like the fact that he's like weak. Or, like weak in terms of like his like own spirit. But then it's like he's just obviously he's very obviously someone who doesn't even. Yeah, he's not even like interested in using it.
No, he doesn't look threatening at all either.
No.
Like if you're gonna make him, I don't know. If I was making a show and it was like set in hell, I just would not like. There's so much potential with Lucifer to make him something, and it's just like he's just there.
And I think like subverting expectation is it can be cool.
But there was no subversion of the expectation. He looks like he's completely harmless.
He just is. Yeah, it would have been more interesting if he wasn't like if he did look
very
threatening at all.
Yeah. And then he wasn't. Yeah, but also can we talk about how Vox like got plastic surgery or something because he used to have like the box.
Oh yeah.
Now his head is flat screen. I would see that's a flashback I would have loved to see.
Oh, and I love that part. Yeah, the fact that like he like kind of liked Alistair, wild.
Everyone has to like each other in the show.
I know, exactly.
Honestly, it's like fair, I guess, if you're like.
It kind of is how like reality
everyone,
is.
Yeah, like.
Like I get it. Yeah, I mean, I guess like, you make your characters; they can be however you want.
But like, I kind of wish some motives were different. Like in that way, everyone's motives become the same.
So. Just fan service, and she's just making fan service for herself, which which
is like fair enough.
Yeah, but like it literally is just fan service.
Yeah,
like the whole show,
literally. But basically, everything like they win basically, and like. Yeah, the main things that happens. Yeah, Vox goes into hiding. Val takes over Vox Tech. Angel decides to leave because he doesn't think he can be redeemed. And then like Charlie's recounting all of the events to her mom on the phone.
Classic Hazbin
ending. Yeah, exactly. And then she hangs up and she steps away from the table that she put her phone down on. Her phone rings. She picks it up. She goes, "Mom," and then it ends.
So it's basically season
one
ending again, except
we know that her mom's calling.
We still haven't heard
Lily's voice.
Season 1 2.0. But yeah, because the end, if anyone could recall, of season 1 ended with us seeing Lilith like on the beach thing, but then now it's like we just know that maybe she's on the other side. But my theory is that we're gonna open up season 3 with it being like her dad or something. Like it's just not gonna be. It's like a prank call or something. It's just not her mom at all.
Prank call.
Can you imagine?
It's Vox pretending to be her mom.
Wait. That's how he's gonna have his comeback, so that Vivzie can keep Christian Borle with the last name Borle into the last season. That's her way of doing that.
So comment what you guys think is gonna happen.
That was beautiful. So overall opinions of season 2, I think you've been kind of hearing our disappointment. I mean, not necessarily that I was expecting it to be better than season 1. It was just, I think it was most disappointing that it felt like the exact same season again. I mean, yeah, it was cool seeing like the backstories and things. There were some moments that I really liked.
I think we developed some of the characters a little more.
Pinterest is like the most redeeming part of the show, in my opinion.
Love him. I liked seeing the exploration a little bit more with him and Cherry Bomb. Advancements with like Husk and Angel Dust, because I agree, like I didn't think that they were a thing at all.
I just feel like almost all the characters have the same exact motivation, which makes all of their actions like I feel like very
like we're watching the same thing happen
over and over again
with different characters.
I feel like the actual plot and the writing of this show is really like it fails.
It gets kind of confusing, honestly.
Yeah.
And like
it's not like paced well.
I feel like they could have just had like a few more overviews of the whole thing and been like, okay, well, we don't really need to do this. We don't really need to do this. If we can cut this out. Like, there's just like a lot. Every time this show is kind of simplified a little bit, I end up liking it a lot more. Like, every time a decision is made where it's like, okay, we're going to take what we have and kind of just simplify it a few stages.
Yeah, they try doing too much every episode.
Yeah, it's so much.
Even though like the cast is so big, but they fit every single character into each episode. But like, yeah, the moments like specifically with like again, like the 2 songs with Angel Dust and Husker.
That was like a slowed down moment.
Yes, it was slowed down moment, and it was like building the relationship. Interesting to like watch this from the lens of like we're all three of us are adults, but like watching it from that like adult lens, and then being like, who is the audience of the show?
I really don't know.
/ what is it trying to be?
Millennials.
Like, yeah, I guess so.
The in-between moments are very much, like, for, like, the furries and the millennials and that kind of age, like, Vivian's age. Then, like, the actual big plot things, like, the friendship is magic basically ending season. That feels very, it's, like, that's typical cartoon, like, kids cartoon ending.
Maybe so it's just, like, people who liked kids cartoons and, like, as a kid. Yeah, honestly, so I guess, like, millennials who exist on the internet. Just very, like, niche. Just because, like, watching it doesn't really make sense. And obviously, this is coming from someone also who loves cartoons and was on the internet, like, from a young age. But, like, it's still, like, confusing.
Weird kind of, like,
I'm just
going
like,
on. And, like, the actual directed audience is so niche.
But apparently not niche enough to have, like, 4 seasons or something greenlit. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm obviously still gonna watch it because it is interesting to, like, analyze it. the characters, like, themselves, we've said this before, but them being very complicated, it brings a lot of issues because it's like, okay...
Design-wise, you mean?
Yeah, design-wise. One, they, like, just don't stand out from the background half the time. And then, also, you can't really tell the hierarchy of, like, who has power or not, because, like, the overlords are just as complicated in design as...
Someone like Husk. Like,
yeah, someone like Husk, who's, like, I mean, like, Husk is a main character, but he's not powerful in that way.
80 main characters.
Yeah, there's just kind of too much going on in every aspect, except for the writer's room, so...
But I will be sad.
Yes,
whenever
I will
season
be
100%.
sad.
Season 3. Like,
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Like, we say all of this. Am I gonna keep watching it? Yeah.
Of course. And also, once again,
Congrats
props
to
to Vivian
Vivian,
because
yeah.
genuinely, like, this is such a great thing
Yeah, it's actually
to do.
wild.
And also the fact that it started off with her making a pilot on YouTube. That's great. I think that's so awesome. And now she's, like, picked up by Amazon. Probably definitely has a huge budget if she got all these Broadway people on.
Good for
So it's
her.
like, yeah, it's like props to her. We criticize a lot, but yeah, with all respect to her, that's awesome. I guess we'll see how season 3 goes.
Baby. I don't really remember any
Honestly,
of the songs of
I
the
was gonna
season,
say
actually.
the besides the two, the Husk and Angel
I
one.
remember the Charlie
like-
and Baggy song. I
Yeah.
don't remember how it goes.
I don't remember how it goes. I think they're just more catchy, maybe or memorable.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the ones sounded the same maybe this
Poison,
season.
you're
This
giving
one.
me
Poison, how was him and Emma. Maybe also like it's been like 2 years since
Yeah.
that came out, so it's not, like those have been.
Actually.
It's something like it wasn't last year, it was the year before, yeah. It was like January.
That's crazy.
So it was like, yeah, almost 2 years ago.
Where will we be when season 3 drops?
Oh, I don't even want to know.